Breaking news shaking both the entertainment world and the luxury fashion industry. Fredrick Arnault, heir to one of the most powerful business empires in the world, has finally spoken publicly about his relationship with Lisa of BLACKPINK. And his words have stunned fans everywhere. With firm conviction, Fredrick declared, "My love is only for Lisa, forever." The statement was made during an exclusive interview that has now spread like wildfire across global media platforms. For years, whispers of romance between Fredrick and Lisa filled the headlines. From private dinners in Paris to chance paparazzi sightings, speculation never stopped. But both remained silent, leaving millions of fans guessing. Until now. Fredrick's confession is nothing short of historic. He described Lisa not merely as an idol adored by millions, but as a woman whose sincerity and humility changed his perspective on life. "When the world demands perfection," Fredrick said, "Lisa gives me the freedom to simply be myself." The interview quickly escalated into one of the most talked about events of the year. Within minutes, hashtags like #FredrickForLisa and #LISAForeverLove dominated global trends on Twitter, Instagram, and Weibo. Fans, blinks from every continent, reacted with a storm of emotions, some shocked, some overwhelmed with joy, and many applauding his bravery. The highlight of the interview came when the host pressed Fredrick with a bold question: "If you had to choose between your empire and your love for Lisa, what would you do?" Without hesitation, Fredrick looked directly into the camera and answered, "I would never have to choose. Because without love, an empire means nothing. And my love is only for Lisa, forever." That single statement set off a wave of applause inside the studio and sent shockwaves across the globe. Media outlets from Seoul to Paris, New York to Bangkok, all ran with the story. Business analysts, cultural critics, and entertainment reporters alike weighed in, each trying to capture the gravity of what had just unfolded. Behind the scenes, sources close to the Arnault family hint at subtle but important developments. According to insiders, there are early signs of acceptance, perhaps even approval, from within the powerful family circle. Though nothing has been confirmed officially, such a shift could open the door to something once thought impossible: a union between the world of K-pop royalty and the throne of high fashion. Yet one critical piece of the puzzle remains missing: Lisa's response. Known for her grace and discretion, Lisa has never addressed rumors about her private life directly. In past interviews, she only smiled when asked about romance, protecting her personal boundaries while focusing on her music and career. But now, with Fredrick openly declaring eternal love, the question looms: how will Lisa reply? Meanwhile, fans and media are examining every detail, from accessories Lisa wears to photos of her recent travels. Could a bracelet, a ring, or even a background in a photo be a subtle sign of unity with Fredrick? Online forums are ablaze with speculation, each theory adding fuel to the global conversation. Analysts say this relationship carries extraordinary stakes. Fredrick symbolizes generational wealth and influence, while Lisa embodies cultural power and the spirit of a new generation. Together, they represent East and West, tradition and modernity, business and artistry. Their story is not just a romance, it is a cultural moment, but with such magnitude comes enormous pressure. Every move, every silence, every glance will be interpreted under the harshest spotlight. Can their love survive the scrutiny? Fredrick, however, appears fearless. As he left the studio after the interview, cameras caught him smiling, repeating once more to reporters, "Even if I must wait a lifetime, my love is only for Lisa." Those words have now become immortalized. For fans, they are a promise. For critics, they are a challenge. For Lisa, they are a message broadcast to the entire world, and so the world waits. Will Lisa step forward with her own declaration? Will the Arnault family confirm their blessing? Could we soon witness the most talked about engagement or even a wedding of the decade? For now, one fact is undeniable: Fredrick Arnault's love for Lisa has entered the history books, a vow spoken not in whispers, but broadcast to billions. Stay tuned as this extraordinary story continues to unfold. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe Fredrick and Lisa's love will withstand the test of fame, power, and global attention? Subscribe, turn on notifications, and follow every update, because as Fredrick Arnault himself has made clear, his love is only for Lisa, forever. But Fredrick Arnault's declaration is not just a simple confession, it has become a cultural phenomenon. Never before has a man of such business stature and global influence publicly committed himself so openly to a figure from the K-pop world. Analysts say this moment is unprecedented, bridging two industries that rarely collide on such personal, emotional terms. Luxury business commentators are quick to note the risks. Fredrick Arnault is not just any individual, said one Paris-based financial journalist. He represents a multi-billion-dollar empire with responsibilities to shareholders, family, and the fashion industry at large. For him to prioritize love so openly is extraordinary and risky. Yet, to Fredrick, it seems the risk is worth it. His message is clear: without Lisa, even the greatest empire feels empty. Meanwhile, Lisa continues to shine on her own global stage. Just days after Fredrick's interview, she appeared in Milan for a high-profile fashion event. Cameras captured her elegance and composure, but the world's attention was fixed on small details: her jewelry, her smile, her silence. Was her choice to remain quiet a form of protection, or was it a sign of agreement? Fans are divided, but the curiosity only deepens. On social media, blinks dissect every moment. Threads with thousands of comments speculate about hidden meanings in Lisa's recent performances, the color of her outfits, or even the captions on her Instagram posts. For supporters, every move is seen as a subtle connection to Fredrick, while skeptics argue it is all coincidence. Regardless, one thing is certain: the entire world is watching, and then comes the possibility of what the future might hold. If Fredrick and Lisa's relationship continues to grow, the idea of marriage is not far-fetched. Entertainment insiders are already predicting what would be the most talked-about wedding of the decade. Imagine Parisian cathedrals decorated in elegance, with Lisa walking down the aisle in couture designed by the world's most prestigious houses. Imagine the guest list: royalty, global celebrities, business magnates, and of course, Lisa's BLACKPINK sisters by her side. But what if Lisa prefers something different? Those who know her say she values privacy deeply. Some speculate she might choose a smaller, more intimate ceremony, far away from the flashing cameras of the press. Whether grand or private, the thought of a Lisa-Fredrick union is enough to captivate imaginations worldwide. Cultural critics are also weighing in. One noted columnist in Seoul wrote, "Lisa's story is no longer just about music. It is about influence, resilience, and crossing boundaries." If this love story unfolds further, it could symbolize the uniting of East and West in a way that pop culture has never seen before. But challenges remain. With fame and fortune comes pressure. Skeptics warn that relationships under such intense scrutiny rarely survive. Paparazzi will chase them, tabloids will invent stories, and every public appearance will be examined under a magnifying glass. Yet Fredrick's bold words suggest he is ready to face those storms head-on. Observers point out that this could also reshape Lisa's career. As one of the most followed idols in the world, her fanbase stretches across continents. How they perceive this relationship could influence her next steps in music, endorsements, and even her personal brand. But if the initial reactions are any indication, many fans seem ready to support her happiness, especially if Fredrick continues to show respect and commitment. And then there is the Arnault family itself. Known for their guarded privacy and business-first approach, their reaction remains a subject of endless speculation. Reports from French media suggest a softening stance, with whispers that at least some family members now view Lisa as not only acceptable, but admirable, a woman who has achieved international success through her own hard work and talent. If this proves true, it could mark the beginning of a powerful alliance, both personal and professional. The scale of this moment cannot be overstated. It is not merely a love story, it is a global headline, a business consideration, and a cultural milestone all rolled into one. For Fredrick to say, on record, that his love belongs only to Lisa forever is to change the narrative of both their lives, and perhaps even the industries they represent. As the world holds its breath, one image lingers: Fredrick leaving the interview studio, smiling with calm certainty, while repeating the words that will now follow him everywhere. "Even if I must wait a lifetime, my love is only for Lisa." That vow has already become immortal. It is more than a soundbite, it is a declaration that will live on in countless headlines, articles, videos, and memories. And now, the next chapter depends on Lisa. Will she answer with her own words? Will she allow silence to speak louder than any statement? Or will she surprise the world with a gesture that confirms what Fredrick has already made public? For now, the story continues. For now, the suspense grows. But one truth is already carved into history: Fredrick Arnault's heart belongs to Lisa, and he has promised it will remain hers forever. Stay tuned as this story develops. Share your thoughts. Do you believe in this love? Will it survive the pressures of fame, power, and expectation? Subscribe, activate notifications, and join us for every update, because, as Fredrick Arnault himself has declared, his love is only for Lisa, forever.